Module 1. Fertilization. A fertilizer is a substance that has nutrients that can be assimilated by plants and that is added to the soil to maintain its essential elements to plant growth, improve productivity and the quality of the products. It's everyone's obligation to better assume responsibility to increase its efficiency. At least 30 to 50% of the crop yield is attributed to the application of fertilizers. This explains why many farmers believe that by applying more fertilizers, they will get higher yields. Rational fertilization is achieved by applying the 4 basic principles called 4R, proposed by the International Institute of Plant Nutrition. These principles are the use of the right source, the right dose, the right time, and the right place. By acting in this way, we can optimize the absorption of the cultivation system and so reducing the negative impact on the environment. For this, we need to know the nutrients that are available in the soil and the additional sources. The consequences of poor fertilization are very varied. The most common are soil erosion, salination, and soil contamination. In Spain, 50% of agricultural land is classified at medium-high risk of erosion. Salinization is caused by some fertilizers that contain high levels of salts that are potentially harmful. When fertilizers are overused, they can cause water pollution in rivers, seas, aquifers, and underground wells. It's also necessary to consider the influence of essential nutrients on the health of plants and their susceptibility to diseases. Plants that suffer from nutritional stress will be more susceptible to disease, while plants that receive adequate nutrition are more tolerant or resistant to this disease. Keep in mind that the same nutrition can decrease the incidence of one disease and increase the incidence of others. For Europe to go green in industry and agriculture, an efficient and innovative European fertilizer industry is important. The new reform of the Common Agricultural Policy promotes ecological plans that refer to good agricultural practices to address the challenges highlighted in the so-called Green Pact. An example of a sustainable system is conservation agriculture, very important in Spain. Conservation agriculture is an agricultural system that can prevent the loss of arable land while regenerating degraded land. It's based on 3 fundamental principles. 1. Minimal mechanical alteration of the soil by direct deposit of seeds and fertilizers, or in other words, cultivation without work. This reduces soil erosion and preserves soil organic matter. 2. Organic soil cover with crop residues. A protective layer of vegetation removes weeds and preserves soil moisture. And 3. Diversification of species through varied crop sequences. This promotes a variety of flora and fauna that contributes to the cycle of nutrients. Fertilizers allow the nutrients extracted by plants to be returned to the soil, making the necessary nutrients available to crops. These basic principles cannot be abandoned, although the practical recommendations depend on the context and the anti-pollution regulations. Proper planning is essential in all crop systems, as well as the integration of fertilization into a conservation agricultural concept.
The LIFE Libernitrate project has received funding from the LIFE program of the European Union.